The Roga Invitational is around the corner and the events have just been announced. And I thought I'd give some thoughts, breakdown. We also have all of the competitors announced. So let's talk competitors first. Of course, this is one of the top 4 shows, in my opinion. This is the Grand Slam, World's Strongest Man, the Arnold Roga Invitational, and the Shaw Classic. So the competitors are Alexi, who won last year, Trey, myself, Tom and Luke Stoltman, Bobby Thompson, Maxime Boudreau, Evan Singleton, Pavlo Nakonechny, and Mateusz Kieliszkowski. Pavlo's still hurt. He pulled out of the Shaw Classic. I don't know what that means for the Roga Invitational, but that is the lineup as it currently stands. Now the events. Events number 1. We have Tower of Power, the same deadlift as last year. We haven't been told if it's the same weight, but it's 18-inch. I assume it's the exact same contraption that they built last year with the deadlift on the ropes, and that's going to be 4 reps. Now, amongst these guys, Trey Mitchell, great deadlifter. Alexei Novikov, amazing deadlifter, particularly when it's elevated. Bobby did really well on this last year. Tom's a great deadlifter. This is one of the ones last year that they had that I finished sort of mid-pack and was a couple of reps off doing really well. I think my deadlift has improved miles since then. So really, really excited to be able to get a little bit of redemption on that setup because that setup is incredible. Then we have Sled Drag, which I'm not sure exactly what this is, but I know in CrossFit, it says we're doing it with a harness. I know in CrossFit, sometimes they have straps that they'll like pull over their shoulders and walk into it. I'm not sure. We might have a rope in front of us and it might simulate a truck pull, but we've been told this is going to be between 880 and 1150, and it's going to be a 50-foot sled drag. Yeah, going to be interesting. I assume we're doing it out on the diamond, in which case I'm not going to give away my secrets, but going to be an interesting one. I assume like a truck pull. The difference being you're never going to build momentum with the sled. So endurance is going to be of very high importance for the lower limbs in that guy. Then the Yol Log Medley, my favorite, my sweetheart, has been replaced with the Finger's Finger into Log Medley. This is now the 3rd Finger's Finger we're doing this year. Maybe this will become a bit more of a regular thing, but really strange. Finger's Finger not in any shows in the last handful of years. Then 3 of the 4 biggest shows of the year have Finger's Fingers as an integral part. So Finger's Finger into log. We haven't been told the weights. We haven't been told the time cap. We're not really sure of much. I think it's pretty safe to say the Finger's Finger will be probably equal weight to the 3rd and 4th at Worlds, both like fairly heavy, but I don't think people are going to fail much on them. And then the log, I'm going to assume that the log is similar weight to last year. That's how I'll train anyway. Then we have the Roga Coaster. I think this is really exciting. We've got 3 bags in there, 2 70-pound bags, 1 30-pound bag. I'm not sure if that's the same as last year. It sounds similar, but this is one where I think you're going to see some really different times from last year. I think we're going to see a much faster field after we saw what Martins Lisis did last year. Grip's going to be a big one because if you can just pull that into your pocket rep after rep, that's going to be really useful. But 32 seconds mark to beat on Roga Coaster from last year. Then one that I'm very excited about is the Apollon Wheel. This is something that they've done at the Arnold several times. And it's a 180 kilo axle for reps. I've always said axle is the event that I'm best at that I haven't got to do yet. Axle overhead press is a really strong event for me. There's just no spot in the movements that feels as though it's disproportionately difficult. And a lot of times that's the key. So I'm really looking forward to that. 180 kilo for reps on a knurled bar. Then the last event is called the Duel. And this is a loading event. Now for strongman fans, you probably don't know this structure really well, but this is a CrossFit thing where we're going to start all 10 athletes out on the field and we're going to load something from A to B. There's going to be some sort of medley. That field of 10 is going to be cut to the top 5. The top 5 go again. That top 5 is cut to the top 2, and the top 2 go head to head. Obviously, your points will be dictated by where you finish in the heat. So I'm going to assume that in the first round, you'll get 10th through 6th placing. In the second round, you'll get 5th through 3rd placing, and then the final round you get 1st and 2nd placing. Now, if we finish with that, that sets up a potential for a really, really cool head-to-head loading race to win the Roga Invitational, which would be absolutely electric. But those are the events for Shaw Classic. If we're looking at the competitors, hopefully Alexei's elbow is good to go by that time. He's obviously a very strong contender with his with defending his title. Tom Saltman in phenomenal shape and one of the top strongmen on the planet. In my opinion, Tom and I are 1-2 at the moment. And yeah, it'll be another opportunity for us to go head to head, which I always really look forward to. You always want to go against the best in their best shape, and I think this is going to be another one of those situations. And then Evan is obviously extremely hungry, and Mateusz working back to full form. So I think it's a really exciting lineup, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun out there. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? Who's going to fare well with that set of events? Who's got the least weaknesses? And who is going to come out on top? Go ahead, pop that in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a moose dropping if you can. Lift heavy, be kind, and we'll catch you next time.